My friend, in life, there are so many different perspectives. Let me illustrate just a few for you. I can remember being in a grocery store and seeing a lady at the cash register. This woman, working as a cashier, she told me something, and I don't quite remember exactly the words she used. But she had so much grief, so much sadness. She looked so tired, sorrowful, depressed. And she basically told me, young man, do whatever you can to never find yourself in a situation like this. You know, people in their 60s and 70s who find themselves in the fast food industry and in the grocery stores working the shifts. She basically told me she was just counting the days, having to make a living in this way, doing something that was not fulfilling her. She said, don't end up like this. And then another day, I met a lady, most likely around the same age, but this lady was vibrant. There was something different. There was a sparkle in her eye. She was on one of the aisles, stocking the shelves. And when I saw her, I almost didn't notice that she worked there because she had such a cheerful demeanor. You know, smiling, asking me if I needed any help finding anything. I noticed that this lady, her arms were like mine in their vascularity. She had huge veins popping out. And at this time I was very fit, going boxing at the gym every day. And so to see a woman in her later years with arms like mine, I almost couldn't believe it. And I said, what do you do? You're so youthful, you're so vibrant, you're so young. How did you get veins like that? How did you do that? She said, oh, you know, just brushing it off. Like, oh, you young buck. She pretty much told me that she's very much into gardening and she keeps herself busy tending to her garden. And that was probably why her veins were showing so much. But here was a person in a similar working environment who had complete gratitude, in contrast with the other woman who was in complete despair, despondent, and disarray, seemingly confused as to how she got in this predicament. Different perspectives. Another time, I found myself in downtown Los Angeles. And during this time, I would go everywhere smelling the smells and just enjoying myself, walking around. And I never would carry much money at all on me. I maybe would pick up a dime or a penny here and there if I saw one. And I remember being outside of a KFC and seeing a gentleman on the street who I'd seen before. This man came up to me as I passed by and asked, "Kind sir, would you spare anything, any change, anything you have, can you spare? Can you give me anything?" And I reached into my pocket saying, "Oh, let me check and see if I have something." And my hands wrapped around a lone penny in my pocket. Just one copper coin. And I pulled out this penny. And I reached out to hand it to the gentleman. And to my amazement, he was irate. He was shocked. He was appalled that I had the gall to dare to give him something so small. He said, "Boy, what's wrong with you? What is this? You better get that out my face before I smack. Boy, you better get to stepping before I..." And he started cussing at me. So much anger, so much pain. I felt a wave of negative energy from him. For me to have the audacity to offer a penny. And another day, in Chinatown, I met a gentleman who I never saw again. Jolly, heavy-set, a smile on his face, and a sparkle or a twinkle in his eye, sitting on a bench in Chinatown. As I passed by, the gentleman asked the same question, "Kind sir, would you please spare anything? Anything at all?" Sure enough, you know what? I reached into my pocket and found that same penny. The same penny that had been rejected the other day. You know, they say rejection is direction. I held out this penny to the gentleman on the bench, and he praised me. He praised it as if I was handing him a fortune, as if I was handing him the keys to the kingdom, as if within this penny, this lone copper coin, lied the greatest secrets on earth. And he said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Much gratitude. Give thanks. I hope that you become a millionaire 2 times over," he told me. "Blessings to you. Thank you, young man." I felt a wave of love and joy. This man radiated this energy. And I saw the dynamic between them. Just as I saw it with those 2 ladies, I saw the difference in perspective. I saw the difference in frequency. And I saw the difference in the quality of life. The man who rejected the penny saw everything wrong in the world and never ran out of complaints. while the man on the bench who praised the penny could not help but see the silver lining in every cloud overhead, was cracking jokes, keeping things light, and seeing the good in the world. This life is a life of perspective. There are two sides to every coin, and it is up to you, my friend, to choose which side will be yours. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in Columbia, South Carolina. I trust you received a kind message letting you know that it is up to you to choose which side of the coin you'd like to be in this life where perspectives run free. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it, be it a friend or family member. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, welcome, my friend. Thank you for listening, and definitely subscribe for more messages like this. If you'd like to support the podcast, head over to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking the support button there is much appreciated. Shout out to all the supporters who continue donating, making it possible for episodes like this. Much love, good energy. Have a blessed day or night, wherever you are. And as always, take care, my friend.